part of what's called narrative warfare. And in the military information operations space, it's the left has information dominance through the mainstream media and big tech media, and they control the narrative, and they work really well against a drumbeat that they all repeat, and it's like a bunch of little clones out there saying the same thing. And they'll do that for 24 to 48 hours until that piece of news cycle is dropping off and is not excited. But it's narrative warfare. The left does it very well with the information dominance they've established with the mainstream media. There's so much happening. I think right now at last count, we're talking with up to now a dozen states, counties, and up to a dozen different states in various phases of working on requesting full forensic audits, and not the sham wrist limiting audits that a lot of folks had thought were audits. The linkage to the machine processing and the physical ballots, and showing the delta between the actual processing there is what's going to, and that's really what in Georgia, what the judge has said. If we find that these ballots were run twice, or there's fraudulent ballots in there, then we're going to take action. If those guys all work at the state level to say, hey, there was a problem, we're not good with this. There's precedent for changing election results based on fraud, based on cheating. So if the states push that way, then I think there may be possibilities. This whole team of folks, we're not gonna let this die. We're not gonna let this go quietly into the night. We're gonna keep plugging. We're gonna, as things are able to be released, the additional things that are coming out for Georgia, hopefully when the Fulton County ballot analysis, if we can release everything that we've got for Georgia, the Georgia Senate and the Georgia House are going to just they're going to be compelled to action. I think if the worst thing that happened is this event woke the sleeping giant, just like the Japanese attack at in World War II at Pearl Harbor. I believe the theft of this election and the blatant fraud, even though there's the narrative warfare, there's no proof. There's no proof of a cyber attack on the Colonial Pipeline. Where's the proof? You see that the gas didn't get delivered, but
that's right.
Where's the proof of the cyber attack? So
that's exactly right.
People are waking up. People are realizing that the fallacy that these machines were not connected. They've seen the work that Jim Penrose did in finding the Telit 4G communication chip wired to the motherboard in the ES&S DS200 machines. So the house of cards is crumbling, and it's all going to come crashing down.